This week on The Splash, Commotion in West Bloomfield, preparing for the unexpected, and later health and wellness for seniors. The Splash is a production of Civic Center TV. We're a news magazine that covers everything from local news to feature stories, also that we can bring you the latest from the greater West Bloomfield area. And now, let's dive into The Splash.
Welcome to The Splash. I'm Brooke Allen, and as always, thank you for joining us. The Kids Commotion concert series has been a massive hit, filling up hillsides for many months. Jay Kustash visited Marshbank Park to get the story.
Yo! I'm at the Kids Commotion concert at Marshbank Park, and it's lit, bruh. You guys gotta check this out.
During my time at the concert, I was tracked down by 3 siblings who were very eager to tell me all about the event. First up, we hear Shahan's thoughts on the Kids Commotion concert.
Hi, my name is Shahan, and we're here at Marshbank Park for this wonderful event. It's called Kids Commotion. There's bouncy houses, ice cream trucks, there's food right over there, and there's music, and you can sit right on top of that hill and relax. And there's 3 bouncy houses right over there. And there is free stuff that I can choose one. One of the choices is a candy bar. The other one is a tambourine. The third one is a frisbee. I got a tambourine. My sister got a frisbee.
Next, I spoke to Laura, who's going to tell you all about the Great Marshbank Park.
My name is Laura, and I am going to tell you about the Great Marshbank Park here. And there's free stuff selling all right on the corner. And I have gotten a beach ball, free and new. And my sister has gotten a frisbee that I am going to throw.
And last but not least, I spoke with Ariana, who got a frisbee from over there.
A frisbee.
A frisbee? Where'd you get the frisbee from?
Oh, from over there.
From over there?
She also got ice cream and was having fun.
Did you get any ice cream or food?
Yes.
You did?
No, I only got ice cream.
Only ice cream? Okay. Are you having fun today?
Yeah.
The Kids Commotion concert series has been a huge success for WB Parks and a source of fun and entertainment for the people in our community.
Reporting for the Splash, and my name is Shahan.
You can find more information on our website at civiccentertv.com/WB Commotion. Next up, emergencies happen and tend to be out of our control, but one thing we can control is how prepared we are when they do happen. Lawrence Nyland went to Henry Ford West Bloomfield Hospital to get the story.
It's hard to believe it's been 10 years since Henry Ford West Bloomfield opened its doors to service local residents for so many of their medical needs. And in a campus this large, with thousands of people coming through the doors every day, being ready for any emergency is of the utmost importance.
So we want to prepare for what we call all hazards. We never know what the emergency might face. Here in the state of Michigan, some of the more common emergencies might be severe weather. So we could have snowstorms, blizzards, ice storms. Severe weather, like a severe thunderstorm, tornado. Those are pretty common emergencies. Flooding, which is one of our more common natural disasters. And then general everyday safety items. So what would happen if our power shuts off or our water doesn't work coming out of our faucets? How do we prepare for that emergency?
And local residents will remember that in October of 2017, just such an emergency did occur in the area. A water main break caused Henry Ford West Bloomfield to temporarily lose its water service.
So there was a water main break which affected multiple communities in the area, and that's a perfect example of how we need to be prepared not only at work, like Henry Ford is, but all of us at home, making sure we have a 3-day supply of food and water, non-perishable food, and because we never know when something like that happens, whether it be a boil water advisory or no water in that instance. If you don't have water, that's a very bad situation, so we want to make sure we're prepared ahead of time.
Being a patient in a hospital can often be a stressful experience, but knowing that the staff of that facility has been well trained in case of any unforeseen emergency is something that can help any patient make their stay that much more comfortable.
Henry Ford takes emergency preparedness very seriously. So we plan and prepare, we exercise, we train every single year for a variety of emergencies and disasters. So internally, we have all of our plans and procedures ready to go. We don't like testing them, so we don't like when bad things happen, but when they do happen, we're here and we're ready to respond and keep our patients, our staff members, team members, and visitors safe. Learning is lifelong. Things constantly change in our world of emergency preparedness, so we have to stay update with the latest things that are occurring. And all of our staff members do participate annually in emergency preparedness training, fire safety training, and then things like this event here today.
Reporting for The Splash, I'm Lawrence Nyland.
For more, you can visit civiccentertv.com/emergency preparedness. Later in the show, we improve health for seniors, and we also speak to Stacy Averill from Gleaners.
Don't go away. You're watching The Splash on Civic Center TV.
This hour of programming is brought to you in part by Henry Ford West Bloomfield Hospital. 10 years ago, Henry Ford Health System celebrated the grand opening of its West Bloomfield Hospital. Since then, they've celebrated innovative new technologies, medical breakthroughs, and unique approaches to health and healing. To learn more about Henry Ford West Bloomfield Hospital, visit henryford.com/West Bloomfield 10. Henry Ford West Bloomfield Hospital is a proud sponsor of Civic Center TV, television that's close to home. There's Friday nights on the gridiron, then there's This Week in Laker Football. Join Dave Scott and head coach Ron Bellamy as they talk about the last week's game, preview the upcoming matchup, and talk to some of your favorite players and your favorite people from West Bloomfield High School. Airing weekdays at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. on Civic Center TV and on the radio on 89.3 Lakes FM.
And now, back to The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Welcome back to The Splash. I'm Brooke Allen. Senior citizens should be conscious to their health and wellness, and a local wellness fair is here to help. Charles Maurer has the story.
West Bloomfield held the 10th annual Health and Wellness event here at City Hall. This 3-hour event dove into the necessities of what to expect with an aging population. Let's figure out how we can better prepare ourselves and our loved ones for when we get older.
Great question. And most of you probably see senior communities popping up on every corner. And that's the reason. The baby boomers are aging, and they're getting to the age now where they're requiring more care and starting to think about options. So I would say as a country we're getting there, but statistically in the next 19 years, 10,000 people a day will go into senior living because of the bulk of the population being the baby boomers.
A lot of people these days just, sometimes they start out, they need help with their transportation, they can't drive anymore, someone to help them prepare their meals, and a lot of their personal needs. They want to be in their own home, so we can help them with their, showers and daily routines.
As the event carried on, there were free health screenings and healthy recipe samples to eat. People were able to ask a variety of businesses on what kind of help they can receive.
Okay, Care Patrol, we assist families in finding the right, safe senior living for them, whether they're downsizing from a large home into an independent social senior community, or they're looking for more help in assisted living or memory care if they have dementia or Alzheimer's, or even the smaller 6-person high nursing care group homes. We can help with all of that.
We go into a lot of people's homes, but we also care for people at nursing homes, assisted livings. Sometimes they need us in the hospital just to do one-on-one care. The family will want someone to be with them around the clock, and we can do that as well.
Yes, and this generation is a very proud generation. People in their 80s and 90s are coming from the Depression era, the World War II era, where, they're very proud and they don't like to ask for help. So I would say it's 50-50 with the seniors themselves and the adult children. So the adult children are typically making a lot of those decisions now, especially with loved ones that have any kind of memory care issues, or if they happen to be in the hospital and they needed their parent to move from the hospital into senior living where the parent can't necessarily make that choice themselves, then the adult children will make that choice for them.
This evening was full of helpful advice and guidance. It's truly special to see this community of West Bloomfield care for our future and our elders. Reporting for The Splash, I'm Charles Maurer.
To learn more on this story, you can visit civiccentertv.com/healthfair 2019. And now it's time for the Civic Center TV event update, where we provide you with upcoming events around Greater West Bloomfield. And for more events coming up, visit civiccentertv.com/events. discuss. Anyone learning English and looking to improve their language skills is invited to join Let's Talk, an ESL discussion group. The group allows you to improve your English in a safe and fun environment. Also attending the group will be a tutor from the Oakland Literacy Council who will also help facilitate the discussion. The group takes place every Wednesday from 10 a.m. to noon. And for more information, visit westbloomfieldlibrary.org. Come to Henry's Market on Main. This market hosts a variety of fresh, locally grown produce, as well as baked goods, herbs, salsa, and many other delicious products, including free samples. Learn from expert chefs how to prepare a meal with the ingredients grown from Henry Ford's very own greenhouse. The market is open Wednesdays from 9 to 5 and is free and open to the public. For more information, go to henryford.com. Dispose of prescription drugs with Operation Medicine Cabinet, happening year-round in West Bloomfield, Kego Harbor, and Orchard Lake, and takes place at the police departments of the 3 communities. Disposing of drugs is completely anonymous. Open 24/7 in West Bloomfield, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. in Kego Harbor, and Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. in Orchard Lake. For more information, visit oakgov.com or call your local police. Books benefit babies' brains. Books and Babies taking place of the library Friday from 10:30 to 11 a.m. This group introduces babies to books in an effort to stimulate and improve brain development. Along with books, there will be puppets, rhymes, and finger plays. Go to westbloomfieldlibrary.org for more information on the event. Do you like stories and also like songs? Well, you're in luck thanks to Stories and Songs happening at the library. Every Thursday from 10 to 10:30 a.m., visit West Bloomfield Public Library for special dual language stories as well as, you guessed it, songs. Admission is free, and for additional information, go to westbloomfieldlibrary.org. That's this week's highlights. You can find more events online at civiccentertv.com/events and see everything going on in the greater West Bloomfield area. We're going to take a short break, but when we return, I'll sit down with Stacy Averill, Senior Director of Marketing of Gleaners Food Bank.
Don't go away. You're watching The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Civic Center TV is your home for everything Greater West Bloomfield. Here you can tune into community programming such as our weekly news magazine show, The Splash, as well as coverage of local events and meetings in Kego Harbor, Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake, and West Bloomfield. You can also watch all of your local programming online anytime at civiccentertv.com. Civic Center TV, television that's close to home.
Laker football is live every Friday this fall on Civic Center TV, WBTV, and 89.3 Lakes FM. Tune in before every game kicks off at 7 p.m. for live analysis from Dave Scott and Tyler Kieft, and then another great Laker football matchup. You can listen on Civic Center TV, WBTV, and of course on the radio on 89.3 Lakes FM and on the web on lakesfm.com.
And now, back to The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Welcome back to The Splash. I'm joined this week by the Senior Director of Marketing of Gleaners Food Bank, Stacy Averill. And Stacy, thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Gleaners has a big campaign going on right now. Tell us about it.
We do. So right now our campaign is Mow Down Hunger. We are collecting donations from the community to raise 1 million meals for kids this fall. And what's so great about it is that this is our 10th anniversary of the campaign. We have a wonderful partner, Weingart. They're a Michigan-based, family-owned and operated outdoor power equipment company in Oakland County here. And they have been partnering with us for 10 years now, helping to raise funds for us to feed more kids out in the community.
So people may not realize there are a lot of kids out there that go without food.
Absolutely. So in our service area alone, so Gleaners is a food bank that covers the 5 counties in the Metro Detroit area, Southeast Michigan. And in our service area alone, there are 300,000 kids who rely on free reduced meals when they're in school. And so that means that when they're not in school, they often struggle with hunger and aren't really sure where their next meal is going to come from.
And that affects kids in a big way.
Absolutely. Well, and kids that are facing hunger are often struggling with multiple things, right? It's hard for them to focus. It's hard for them to learn. It's hard for them to play and have fun and be a normal kid.
Right, if their stomach is growling,
exactly,
right?
Exactly.
Out on recess or something like that.
Right.
So these programs actually put food in a backpack, right?
Yes,
That's
yes.
one of them.
Yeah, that's one of our programs. So we provide support to kids and families in the community through a number of programs, and one of those is our backpack program. So our backpack program provides food to kids to take home over the weekend. So Fridays they'll have this bag of food that is in their locker or is part of what they take home, and it helps them supplement the food that they have at home to get through the weekend so that they can come back on Monday ready to learn.
So let's talk about, so the food in the backpack, it's kind of interesting because it's kind of done on the down low.
Well, right? Exactly.
And that's important too.
It is because it allows the kids to get the support that they need without the stigma of being hungry, right? Without the stigma of their classmates or peers knowing that they're the child in class that needs the support. And so we all strive to make sure that we're providing the support so that the kids don't have to worry about it. So that's one of the programs that we have that provides support for kids.
So the holidays are right around the corner. Mm-hmm. So I know this campaign will end and then more will be starting, right, to get through the holidays.
Absolutely.
But a big day next Tuesday for this campaign. So tell me about that.
Yes. So to end our Mow Down Hunger campaign, we have a Double Your Donation Day. So we're excited. It's the end of the campaign. So basically now through October 8th, all gifts are going to be matched by Weingart's up to 1 million meals. So we're really excited. We're really excited to get a ton of interest and generate more reach out into the community for people to really understand what the need is and then also be able to help.
So by helping, do you mean not only donating, but also volunteers,
Absolutely.
Right? That's a big thing.
Yeah, so in terms of helping, you can go online to our website, gcfb.org, and make a gift there, or call our phone number, so 855-315-FOOD. On Tuesday, we're going to have volunteers on the phones taking donations all day long.
Okay.
So it's really exciting.
Right, big finish, right?
Yes, right, exactly. And then volunteering, we have over 57,000 volunteer shifts a year. Our volunteers really do make what we do out in the community possible. And so we're always looking for volunteers. And our website's a great place to go and learn more about what opportunities are out there. We've got portals all for volunteers, adult activities, kid and youth activities. You can go on there, find out what's available, and even sign up for a shift right then and there.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So it's that quick.
Yes.
And that's simple.
Yeah.
Because people do want simple sometimes.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
So you mentioned the programs, and I thought one was pretty interesting, the Kids Helping Kids.
Yes.
So tell me about that.
Yeah, so our Kids Helping Kids program is actually tied to our backpack program. It's a service learning opportunity where kids groups, whether it's school groups or Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts, or even just families who come in with their kids, and really it's all-inclusive. So not only do they get the hands-on volunteer opportunity to pack the backpacks that then go out into the schools, but it's also learning. It's teaching kids about hunger and the prevalence in the area, and that they probably are in school with kids who are hungry. And then also it talks about nutrition, and our team is really interested in making sure that the community gets access to education, and so as a part of our Kids Helping Kids program, they receive the education about what does nutrition mean and how can they incorporate that into their daily lives.
So it's being healthy,
yes,
right? So it's not only helping, but it's being healthy as well.
Right. Healthy choices, understanding if you pick up a pop or if you pick up a juice, what does that really mean? Just because a label says it's healthy doesn't mean it actually is. Those types of things. And it's really just to start getting kids to think about food and consumption just in a slightly different way to help them improve the nutrition.
Right. And also I think it ups their compassion level. Right?
Absolutely, right.
And that's important.
For sure.
So the big finish is next week, but when anyone donates right now, it will be doubled.
Yes.
Okay, so give me that website one more time.
gcfb.org.
Okay, and then volunteers can also go to the same website?
Yes, they can.
Okay, and there's a portal for volunteers, so everyone sign up and get it done, and let's help these kids because the numbers are astounding. Break it down for me with the statistics.
Yeah, so in our service area, there's more than 600,000 people who are food insecure, and there's more than 300,000 kids who rely on free or reduced meals. So all of those people are struggling with hunger at one point or another during the year. They're not necessarily sure where their next meal is going to come from. And that burden, having to burden that, is not something kids should ever have to worry about. And that's really why we have this campaign. That's why Weingart's is such a big supporter of ours, because they too believe that kids shouldn't have to have that burden. And so this campaign and helping to raise 1 million meals gets 1 million meals out to kids and their families so that they don't have to worry about those.
They can relax a little.
Exactly.
Right? Okay, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. We really appreciate being here.
And again, we've been joined by Stacy Averill, Senior Director of Marketing of Gleaners Food Bank. And on this week's episode of Minute with Nature, we learn all about animal ambassadors.
Hello and welcome to Minute with Nature. I'm your host, Lauren Azuri, the park naturalist for West Bloomfield Parks. And today, we're here inside our nature room learning about some of our animal ambassadors. An animal ambassador is one of our animals that we use for teaching the public about nature. We have permits from the DNR that allow us to keep these animals captive. And we want to remind the public that you should choose your pets wisely. A lot of the animals we have here at the nature room are great for education, but they're not the best pets to have at your home. The animal ambassador we're going to highlight today is our eastern gray tree frog. Now you might wonder what the difference between a frog and toad is, and you can visit us here at the nature room to look at up close and notice the differences. But a toad, it has dry, bumpy skin, and frogs usually have wet, slimy skin and smooth skin. Our eastern gray tree frog definitely has nice, smooth skin. And it's really cool because it can camouflage. It can change its colors between grays and greens. It doesn't change any crazy colors like purples and oranges because we don't really have that outside in our environment in Michigan, so it doesn't need to. But it's great at camouflaging on the bark of a beech tree, the gray color, or a leaf of a tree, the green color. We think that our eastern gray tree frog here is a male because we've heard him vocalize before. Only male frogs vocalize, and they do that in the springtime to attract females down to the pond. One female tree frog can lay 1,000 to 2,000 eggs at one time. That's a lot of baby tree frogs. So our tree frog here in our habitat in the nature room is right inside, we call it suitcase, or its traveling case. It doesn't always stay in this plain clear case. We only use that when we're bringing it out to show groups to learn about it or bringing it to schools or local organizations. It has another habitat down below that has everything that it requires. So it has a spot to hide and feel more comfortable. It has a water bowl to wet its skin or drink from. And here at the nature room, we feed it things like crickets and mealworms. Well, you might want to know how you can help tree frogs or other frog species in Michigan. You can join a citizen science project, which is our frog and toad survey. We do that together here at West Bloomfield Parks, along with the Friends of the Rouge. In the spring, we go out to our wetlands on the trail, and we listen for frogs, and we record which kinds we hear, because different frogs make different sounds. So by being a citizen scientist, going out and listening to frogs and recording what you hear, we know that our wetlands are healthy because of the variety of species that we have. So if you'd like to help out, join us for a citizen science project or visit us at the nature room so you can learn a little bit more about our frog and toad amphibian friends. And that's your Minute with Nature.
For more episodes of Minute with Nature, visit civiccentertv.com/MWN. And now it's time for our final segment, Person of the Week, where we celebrate the people in the community who are inspiring and providing toward others. And this week's recipient is Richard Levine. Richard Levine is a third-generation chiropractor doctor in West Bloomfield. He follows in the footsteps of both his father and grandfather by working at Levine Clinic of Chiropractic. His goal is to improve the wellness of people in the community and leave patients happy, healthy after they leave the office using various chiropractic techniques. Patients that come to him are able to live a better and more comfortable life thanks to Richard. And his dedication to providing people in the community is what makes him our Person of the Week. And if you know someone who's making a positive difference, let us know and message us on social media or send an email to thesplash@civiccentertv.com. We want to congratulate and acknowledge those making a difference in our community, and we appreciate your suggestions. That's it for this week's show. You can watch new episodes Mondays at 5:30 p.m. at Civic Center TV, on Comcast 15, AT&T 99, and online in HD at civiccentertv.com. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and on Instagram at Civic Center TV. And for all our friends in Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake, Hego Harbor, and West Bloomfield, I'm Brooke Allen. Thank you for watching The Splash.